Hello there, my name's Catherine, and today's video is about building momentum and building momentum in several areas. And what this channel is about is giving you the tips and the tools so that you can go online with a dating profile with confidence, or change your strategy up so you feel more confident and more at peace with how you go about it with the tools that I'm presenting to you. So why I'm calling this about building momentum is it's kind of a sports analogy, but today when I was out on my bike, I was going up this steep hill, ready to get home. I was tired and I had to pull off to just take a little breather break. It's been very hot out. And so when I had taken that break and was ready to get back rolling again, I really had to push for a start, being that I was on a steep hill. And I started thinking, wow, I've got to have my momentum up or I'm just going to topple over. And I started thinking about how that's kind of related to how I felt, and maybe some of you have felt, when you were online dating and you just weren't sure if you were doing it right. And so I lived through so many experiences of what worked and what didn't work, and that's why I've put these videos together to help you navigate that and do it with grace and dignity and feel very confident. So when I talk about building momentum, you're going to be, at this point, if you've seen any of my other videos, hopefully ready to put your profile up. Maybe you already have put your profile up, but you've created it in a way that you know will be most attractive to men. And I say men in the right way, because in my past videos, I've talked about how you don't need to put a lot of photos up. You only need to have about 6 photos. And very important, you don't need to be very specific in your description, because we want them to reach out to us and ultimately get us on the phone and ask us out for a coffee date or a drink. So by doing that, you're drawing them to you. Now, I also mentioned quite a bit about how that is a feminine position that we're in. And I don't want at all for you to get the idea that that is a weak position to be in. It's not at all. And I'll explain that, and I think you'll start to get the idea here. Is it's very natural for a man to reach out to a woman and ask for her phone number, ask her on a date, set up the date, and take leadership. When we as women take that away from men and sort of get into this place, and many of you have already been here, I know I was in this place, and it didn't make me feel strong and made me feel weak, where I was taking the initiative to set up the date or get the phone call or any of that. It's not the way to do it, and it's not a position of strength. And that may be confusing to some women because, you may be running companies and that's how you roll with things. And I get that. But in this type of connection that you're trying to build, you need to put on a different hat and you need to allow the men to come forward. And it actually is a very strong position to be in, because you're making decisions that are right for you. You're accepting the dates that you want, you're turning down the dates that you don't want. And if he's not, after your first date, for example, if he's not presenting himself in a position of leadership to come towards you in another date and another date, and you're going on these dates and you're wondering why, this is not the time to be reaching out to him. That's actually reaching out to him in a position of anxiety. So when you hold back and you're in your feminine position of allowing him to come towards you, you have the power. You are the strong one because you're not feeling weak. You're feeling very confident, and you're also continuing to match with other men and go on other dates. And let's say, hypothetically, for instance, if this guy doesn't take on the position of leadership very well, maybe he has had a lot of women coming towards him and he's felt like he hasn't needed to do that. With you being strong in your position, you're actually creating some more interest that he has for you. And you also have to understand that if he's not in that position because he has other women that are making it easy for him, then he's not the right guy for you, because ultimately he's going to get bored with all of that anyway, because he's not in the masculine natural state and he needs to get to that position too. So all of these ideas and concepts that I'm giving you today and in my past videos are building with the momentum in hopes that you feel confident and self-assured that you can put your profile online or change the way you're going about it so that you can attract the right men to you. And when you start out in the right way, it usually ends up being a good thing in the long run. So I hope this video helped you today. And please like and subscribe. And I have lots more information to pass on to you. So hope you had a great day and you're beautiful.